Niggas you just met got in your ear and said I'll harm you. They dropped your location, I tried to call your phone and warn you. I was in the shootout the first day, I stayed on normal. You ain't been involved in half the shit they did on normal. I ain't talk to you myself, so how you say I'm capping with a lawyer? Say you don't like my brother, at the same time keep it cordial. Brody told me he'll kill his own mama, he ain't got no morals. Since he told me that I watch you close, he'll backdoor you. Niggas text my phone, say I'm a Tupac Shakur you. Invited me to the Grammys, I'm in the trenches, shit historical. I just spent $350 for these earrings, I still own two. I'ma give bro half of what I got, fuck what I'm going through. You got what I need. But you say you just a friend. But you say you just a friend. Inshallah, you ain't never say what you saw, round of applause. If bro get into a bro, I'ma choose him, cause that's my dog. Call off on the phone, he don't ask why he with the call. You ain't never slide on no ops, you ain't never get in that car. I was fucking on pretty hoes back then when real was in the bar. I told G baby stay out of trouble, nigga, everybody know you a star. Hit the tracks, I was trying to get the guns off JB Hunt. Say what I want, ain't gon' speak on certain shit, cause it be fact. Ask the rack, dude was shaking ass and this ain't what you want. He a rat, I can't send a threat, I can't say what I want. Make him mad, I know what it is when threat turn off his jack. Hit the cameraman myself and asked him where he shot his ass. He told me find one, we ain't even find one. It's a 9-1, he don't care, he got 9 warrants. I'm from Lamb Run, we only put on Ralph Lauren. He don't buy guns, this nigga rather buy porn. He ain't tell me what he think, he heard the nigga say it for him. They be on your ass for cash, they taking Addies and Red Bull. You was the man back in the day, cause someone tell him fast forward. I don't wish death on none of y'all, but I do got the back to do it. Baby, you got what I need. But you say you just a friend. But you say you just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need. But you say you just a friend. But you say you just a friend.
What's going on, everybody? Can you all hear me? Let's do a mic check. Can I have a 1 in the chat if you can hear me okay? I'm trying to use the new microphone, well not the new microphone, I think I fixed the old microphone. So let me know if you can hear me. 1 in the chat if you can hear me. 1 in the chat if you can hear me, guys. I'm gonna just put it out into the other platforms as well. I think the audio is alright. I'm hearing it on the other, on my phone. How loud am I, guys? Someone let me know, because last time we tried using this microphone last time, and unfortunately the sound was pretty shit. So let me know if you can hear me, guys. But we've got a few things to go into today. Yeah, you can hear me. Great to see you, Garda. How you doing, brother? Where are you guys watching me from, by the way? Where are you from, Garda? Where is anyone from the UK in here? Any Palestinians watching? Any Russians watching? Any Americans? Yes, we got USA in the building. Shout out to you guys, Palestinian faces. Shout out to you. Hopefully the microphone's better this time then, because last time it was a bit of a disaster. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think everything's going well. Yeah, nice one, Barbara. You're UK as well. Yeah, great to see you here. We got US. We got any Palestinians? Any Yemenis? Any have we got any Iranians? Any Lebanese? But how's your guys' weekend been? Has it been good? Oh, we got Australia. What time is it in Australia? Is it? I know in the UK, I think it's like a crazy time difference. It's like where you guys are, it must be like 10 in the morning or something. What time is it over there? Yeah, what time is it over there? Sorry. But yeah, we've got quite a few things to go into today. We haven't done a stream for about a week or so, we've had quite a few bits going on. Let me just double check the stream before we get into it. Oh, we got Turkey in here. Great to see you. Salute to you. I'd love to visit Turkey one day. I don't know why I haven't visited yet. I'm definitely gonna try and visit Turkey at some point in the new year. But yeah, I don't know what this is. So I was just reading something. And we've got America in here. Catherine, shout out to you, Catherine. Thanks for joining us. It's 6:50 in the morning. Yeah, blimey. So it's a Monday where you are, isn't it? So yeah, it's still Sunday here right now. I've got to be up at that time, 6:50 in the morning. That's literally the time my alarm goes off. So yeah, but thanks everyone for joining anyway. We'll start off with some bits that's been going on throughout the week. So we saw obviously Israel kidnapping civilians. I want to start off here though. So sorry. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you guys remember, but basically about, I think it was like a week or so ago, I think when we spoke about it last on our stream actually, there was a drone basically that was heading towards Netanyahu's residence in I think it was it Casablanca? I can't remember. Begins with a C, the place anyway. But yeah, it was flying to his residence. You guys, someone correct me in the chat. But anyway, obviously the drone came into the occupied lands, and we saw the Israeli helicopter driving around for a good like 10 minutes or so, looking for this drone. You know, Israel's meant to be the top defense system in the world, and they couldn't even catch this little drone, and it ended up going off. But a similar thing actually happened yesterday. So for those of you that don't know, I'll show you the screen. Hezbollah drones were spotted flying through the skies of south of Haifa, and they was undetected again. So excuse me, in the video you can see here. So it's just cruising through. And then hilarious scenes as basically the Israeli helicopter was failing once again, like we saw a few weeks ago, to catch the drone. I don't know why the video's gone like this. You can just about, yeah, you can see it here. There's a helicopter going for the drone. And it's about 20 minutes after or something. You still can't catch the drone.
Wow!
Yeah. Took them like 20 minutes or so to catch the drone. It was a bit of a entertainment, I guess. But other than that, obviously we've heard talks of we saw last week. I need to get used to this. So we saw last week Israel's response, so they called it, on Iran, and they struck a bush on fire. Yeah, I think you all saw it. But there's been sort of panic in the air among the Zionists, among the US, among everyone really, wondering when Iran is going to strike back. And so it brings us to what we're talking about here. So Channel 12, citing a senior Israeli security source, said it's time to be realistic, end the Gaza war and conclude a prisoner exchange agreement. So it's almost, we've heard that a million times, but obviously also Iran's supreme leader Khamenei said a couple of days ago that let the enemies, America and the Zionist entity, know that they will certainly receive a harsh response to what they're doing against Iran on the resistance front. So this is why the Zionists are in panic mode, because unlike most of the world leaders, Khamenei is not one to talk and not take action and not live up to his word. I know a lot of the US the US officials, the presidents, etc., and the UK and other Western nations, they might say one thing and do another, but when it comes to people like Iran, Khamenei and people along that sort of line, it's not the same. And that's why there's been panic. We saw US State Department spokesman Matthew Miller say, Iran is not pursuing nuclear weapons, but we are very worried about Iran's nuclear program. Sorry. I mean, they're not going to use nukes. I mean, come on, this is all the propaganda that they try and push. Same as Iraq, the weapons of mass destruction, etc., the Hamas terror tunnels, it's all the same, sort of narrative that they try to push. They try to give us this excuse to attack Iran, or they want to plant a seed in the people's head, the mainstream media news viewers, that Iran are somehow these, horrible, barbaric people with nukes that are going to kill everyone. But it's a bit all over the place, yeah. So other than that though, the Israeli army radio reported a few days ago that the commander of the Northern Command, Ori Gordon, was actually injured when his vehicle overturned during military operations in Lebanon. I mean, these people are meant to be the people that are going to defeat Hezbollah. They're going to defeat Hamas. I mean, they're getting stuck in holes and injuring themselves. It's a clown world. It's a clown world. And just a couple of hours ago, actually, we saw another, I don't know what his agenda was, or we don't really know too much about this story, but we saw an Israeli terrorist who was a close friend of Netanyahu and Ben Gvir. He's actually been arrested for leaking sensitive documents. I mean, I don't know what that's about. What do you guys think? Oh, holla George, thank you for joining us, brother. Where's the live chat not coming up on the screen anymore? That's strange. How can I... Let me test something out. Oh, okay, so I think when I clicked on and off, it must have cleared it or something. My bad. Yeah, I can see it now. But anyway, as I was saying, yeah, so sensitive documents, I don't know what they were. Maybe he was selling them or something, I'm not sure. But also Zionist media, this is an interesting one. So the results of the autopsy of Yahya Sinwar's body show that he did not eat during the last 72 hours before his death. And I think it's funny, you know, that the narrative... Sorry, let me put it onto the face cam. Anti-Semitic, I don't know, because suppressed... Why am I anti-Semitic? I don't know, it's because I just get paid to be anti-Semitic, I guess, and I'm joking, I don't know. I was saying that Sinwar, the results of the autopsy of Sinwar's body showed he did not eat anything during the last 72 hours before his death. I mean, it's funny that the Zionist media are going to come out and say that now because, you know, since October 7th, these guys have been pushing the same narrative that Hamas are stealing humanitarian aid and Hamas are evil, they've been robbing humanitarian aid, blah, blah, blah. And then we see the autopsy apparently shows that Sinwar didn't eat anything for at least 72 hours before his death. So where's all the humanitarian aid gone then? You know, the one that he's stolen. I thought he had so much of it. I thought Hamas are sitting on piles and piles of humanitarian aid. Clearly not. I mean, it looks like they're going out to civilians, as they should be. But it's just funny, the Zionists, they expose themselves in real time. Can I say juice 3 times? Suppressed, unfortunately, we're on like Twitch and YouTube right now, and we just got our YouTube back. So unfortunately, I think that might get me a ban. I'm not sure. I don't even know why they banned my other account. So yeah, the Palestinian nation, the only nation that I know. Yeah, I mean, it's just the same propaganda that they push. You know, they always want to make it out like all of these, like it's like Russia now, for example. I think the one of the positive things that came out of this whole genocide is that obviously the world got to see Israel for their true colours, and the world got to see that the mainstream media are sort of lying to them. Let me put it into perspective. So most of the world they all, you know, us people on Twitter, for example, we're smarter than that, but a lot of the civilians, if you want to call them in the world, the ones that just watch BBC News all day, a lot of them guys believed the Ukraine narrative. I mean, they all thought that Ukraine Russia randomly woke up, you know, Putin randomly woke up one day and decided to start bombing Ukraine and blah blah blah. But then when Israel done the same to Palestine, I mean, when October 7th happened and Israel started committing a genocide in Palestine, luckily enough, the majority of the world already knew about the Palestinian issue before October 7th. So a lot of people started to realise, hang on a minute, the mainstream media are completely talking shit. Thank you for following me, brother. Stay safe, Suppressed as well. Sorry, I'm getting thrown off by the nonsense in the chat. The Zionists, they always end up here. My mind's gone blank. Damn it. Well, fuck you, Wagon, whatever your name is, man. No one's talking about Jewish people here. Oh yeah, so what I was saying anyway, back to Russia, Ukraine and how it ties in. So then everyone knew, obviously, that the Palestinian issue had been going on way before October 7th. So everyone started to realise, hang on a minute, BBC News and all of these mainstream media programmes, they're just lying. You know, we know the truth about Palestine. And I think now it's opened up people's eyes to other things that they've lied about. For example, Russia, Ukraine, you know, China, the anti-narrative against China, Iran, all of these countries that they've been trying to paint a bad picture of for all of these years, and it's actually worked for a lot of people. It's starting to come crumbling down, and I think the world is, you know, starting to wake up. But yeah, so that's what we were saying anyway. Oh, 1 second. So yeah, that's that part anyway. So in Lebanon, obviously the beginning of the week, was it the beginning of the week? We're in the 3rd today. So yeah, it was towards the beginning of last week. Obviously we saw Sheikh Naim Qassam elected as the Secretary General of the party of Hezbollah, and the leadership party, sorry. And there was a statement released by Hamas, and it was in congratulations to the new leadership. And I'll just quickly read it out for you. He said, they said, congratulations to the brothers in the leadership of Hezbollah on the election of His Eminence Sheikh Naim Qasim as Secretary General of the party. We in the Islamic Resistance Movement Hamas congratulate our brothers in Hezbollah in brotherly Lebanon on the election of His Eminence Sheikh Naim Qasim as Secretary General of the party. Succeeding the late Secretary General, His Eminence Saeed Hassan Nasrallah, may God have mercy on him, who lived as a mujahideen, sorry about I'm pronouncing it wrong, and was martyred as a mujahideen on the path to Jerusalem. We consider this election as evidence to the party's recovery from the targeting of its leadership bodies, and we affirm our support for the new leadership of the party. We ask God Almighty to help it continue the path of jihad and resistance, and to grant success to His Eminence, the Secretary General Sheikh Naim Qasim, and to protect him and guide his steps in leading Hezbollah and the Islamic resistance in confronting the Zionist entity and its colonial ambitions in Lebanon, Palestine and the region. Sorry I keep tripping up on my words there. I think I need a drink. I've got a bit of a dry mouth. Sorry. Ooh, what's that noise? Oh, we got a new follower as well. Thank you, brother Brentwood, for following us. Thank you, Blockchain. I appreciate you, brother. All you guys that are on Twitch that are following, put some messages in the chat, you guys, because I can only see the X people talking right now. I'm not sure if my Twitch chat is working on the multi-stream. So yeah, type me something in the chat. Yes, Brentwood, thank you, brother. Yeah, testing this works. So we've got our Twitch people in here as well, which is great. But sorry, man, got a bad dry mouth today. But yeah. So congratulations to the Secretary General, the new Secretary General of Hezbollah. Hezbollah posted some crazy footage as well, wiping out multiple Zionists in southern Lebanon. I will play it. I won't play it actually because of, you know, we're on Twitch and everything. But you can sort of see here, you know, there's like loads of Zionists here. Oh, fuck it, let's just play the video. Who cares? Let's just play the video, right? If it actually works. Apparently the internet's, you know, decided to go shit today. Let me give it a refresh, sorry. Okay. You know what's funny is that they're always just so clueless. There's a lot of Zionists here, you know. How many Zionists do you reckon's there? A lot. So yeah, you get the point. They're getting wiped out basically. Israel are standing no chance right now. Yeah, that's what I thought, Brentwood. I weren't gonna play it at first, but then, you know, there's no graphics. I think we'll be alright, you know, if we just try and avoid. So yeah, and also there we saw some footage of a Hezbollah suicide drone striking an Israeli military factory north of Nahariya earlier yesterday morning. Interesting thing is that Hezbollah, you know, they only target military facilities and you know, actual military commands and things like that, not civilians. Yeah, you see the explosion over there. So yeah, Hezbollah just been putting in a lot of work, and then only 3 hours ago, Hezbollah actually announced its first ever attack on the Haifa technical base, which is affiliated with the Israeli Air Force using a missile barrage. So yeah, what I'm trying to say is that it's funny because all of this time, Israel continues to target civilians. They keep bombing civilians in Gaza, they bomb civilians in Lebanon, they target civilians in Yemen, they target civilians everywhere. Do you know what I mean? And then you see these places like Hezbollah, these groups, countries, whatever you want to say, Lebanon, Hezbollah, when they retaliate against Israel, they strike soldiers and military bases. And Israel in the past, they've done strikes that have only targeted military personnel from, you know, whatever country. So we know that they can do it. They've got more funding than Hamas, and they've got more funding than Hezbollah, so they've definitely got the capabilities to avoid civilians if they want to. But it's just part of the genocide, you know. They just keep killing civilians even when they can easily avoid it. Yeah, they literally bombed your neighbor's house in Lebanon. Honestly, bro, I'm so upset to hear that. Honestly, brother. I hope they're all good. Are they all okay? I mean, have you spoken to them? When was this? And are you from Lebanon as well? If you are, God bless you, and I hope you're safe as well. And oh, look who's back, Zaya Bunny Bot. Spending the money is hard. I mean, at least you're admitting it, you know. At least you're admitting it that you guys just can easily, you know, not kill civilians. You know, this is a typical Zionist in the chat, just openly admitting that they know they can avoid civilian deaths if they want to, but they won't because it costs too much money. Okay. Even though, you know, Hamas and Hezbollah, they clearly don't have the same amount of funding as Israel. Israel's got the whole world's funding them, but, you know, they can avoid it if they want to. I'm Lebanese. Yeah, great to hear that, brother. I'm glad they're all okay. I just pray, you know, that this all ends soon. I hope that it all ends soon, honestly. It's been going on for far too long. And how it ends as well, I don't know. Some other general stuff anyway. So we saw at the beginning of last week as well, Andrew and Tristan Tate, they pressed a Zionist-backed BBC reporter for evading court at the same time he constantly attacks the brothers. So, you know, whatever your opinions are on the Tate brothers, if you think they're guilty or if you think they're not, at least they are turning up to court, you know, to face justice or to show that they're to prove their innocence, sorry. So they're at least facing, you know, even if it's corrupt or whatever, they're still, you know, turning up and doing all of that. But then there's, you know, certain BBC reporters that keep attacking the brothers every day. The same BBC reporters that are, you know, defending Israel and the time they're doing the genocide. They're the people that are actually, you know, got ongoing charges themselves, and they're avoiding court because they're trying to say that it's in Russia and they don't agree with Russian law and they think Russia's corrupt. Well, you know, Romania is corrupt as well, the law, but you still see the brothers doing it. But anyway, let's just watch the clip quickly.
Mircea, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning.
So this man right here is a convicted criminal. How does it feel to be a convicted criminal?
Don't you respect foreign courts? Why didn't you appear in court?
Yeah, you didn't go to your court and you were evading justice. Why did you leave the country? You've been sentenced. Why don't you go and serve your sentence?
I was already outside the country, but today is
You should go back. A foreign court has decided that you've committed a crime, and unlike my brother and I, which have enough respect to go through the judicial process, you just ran away and completely disrespected it. Don't you trust the Russian authorities?
This is not about me.
Don't you trust the Russian authorities?
I don't.
Why?
Because
you're not Russian.
The Russian state is a criminal state.
Oh, you think Russia's corrupt and they just decided to put you in jail because you were too influential? Because you were doing media purposes over in Russia.
This is not
and you're too influential. It is.
I'm more than happy to talk.
Another BBC journalist is now a convicted felon, and he stands here with a camera, waving it in our faces. We have clean criminal records, Mircea. If we're going to cover the criminals today, we should point the cameras firmly at this man right here.
He's a convicted criminal.
And
when we were walking up and down here, he was saying, "Don't you respect the Romanian process? We're going to court." He clearly doesn't respect the Russian process because he ran away.
Innocent men don't flee.
I didn't run
Innocent
away.
men don't run.
No,
innocent men don't run.
You've evaded justice.
Innocent men don't run, sir.
Mircea, the convicted criminal who works for the BBC. Congratulations, sir, on evading justice successfully and escaping the country, which has found you guilty of crimes.
Listen, today it's about you guys.
I would never do that. I would go to court and prove I was innocent and have my day in court.
That's what innocent men do.
I would never run away. And then also, at the same time, hypocritically walk around and try and pretend to talk about justice and court and law.
Yeah,
anyone who does that is clearly a fraud.
Why don't you go and serve your
Andrew,
sentence?
Why don't you go to the Russian court?
Appeal your decision.
Go to the appeal court in Russia.
Appeal your
What
decision
do
in
you
Russia.
expect about today?
Go to your appeal.
You are a convicted criminal, sir. Why do you not go to your appeal?
Why don't you get a lawyer, and why don't you go to
Not
court?
convicted.
Why don't you get a lawyer?
Why don't you go to court and defend yourself? That's what innocent people do. That's what me and my brother are doing because we are innocent.
You've been chasing us around for
You have
years.
been charged and you refuse to show up in
This
court.
today is
What
about
kind of
you.
non-bond
I'm
is
more than
you
happy
refuse
about
to show up in court.
You punch.
Wow.
No
Wow.
punch.
A criminal is following me around with a
Refusing
camera.
to show up in court.
Wow.
Looks guilty,
I'm more
Mircha.
than happy
You
to
look
talk about
guilty,
this.
sir.
Ask me
But
questions.
today is
You
about
look
you.
guilty.
I think you're guilty.
So yeah, interesting. It is true, you know. Whatever your opinions are, yeah, it's you gotta go to court. 1 second, I just need to get a tissue quickly. 1 second. Yeah, sorry, I just had to got hay fever. But yeah, it's interesting, you know, how they pick and choose who gets to run away and who doesn't. But some other interesting news. So I'm trying to get rid of this photo. Cool, right. So what have I done here? Alright, cool. So, Russian media actually reported the death of one of the American Special Forces in Bryansk in Russia. Basically, in October 2023, he was actually among the terrorists who were sent to Gaza by Joe Biden. But he actually ended up taking part in the ongoing Gaza genocide, but eventually he was liquidated in Ukraine by Russian forces. So, it's crazy how the world comes around, you know. You go around killing children in Gaza. He probably, you know, was in Gaza for a few weeks or a few months or whatever, participated in killing loads of children and families and women and whoever, and, you know, probably maybe bumped into Hamas a couple of times, got scared, decided he wanted to go back to wherever he came from, America, and then ended up getting sent back out to go fight Russia and Ukraine, and then ended up getting liquidated. So, crazy how the world comes around. So what else? So the BBC, well, according to Middle East Eye, the BBC said, well, more than 100 BBC employees, have actually submitted a petition accusing the BBC management of providing media coverage that supports Israel's narrative during the ongoing genocide in Gaza. I mean, we all know that's true. We were literally just talking about the BBC. Yeah, talking about the BBC a minute ago, talking about how they was following the tape bros, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, they've been pushing the Israeli narrative since the very beginning. Every time I've seen BBC News on anywhere, say for example if I've been somewhere and BBC News is playing, they might show a little segment about Gaza. For example, they might say, oh, this happened, you know, Israel killed all of these civilians. They'll say it for about a minute, you know, say about how Israel's done this and that. And then they'll be like, oh, but October 7th, but this happened, but Israel should... And then it's always just a load of excuses and justifications as to why Israel was committing a genocide. So BBC is very, you know, they try to think they're very smart by trying to play it off like they're not one-sided and they play both sides. But it's always one bad thing about Israel, 10 bad things about Palestine and why Israel should be doing what they're doing. So, yeah, obviously it's true that that the BBC have been pushing the lies. Yeah, some other news. Well, this was not news, this was quite an old video, but I only just saw it myself the other day and I thought it was funny. From a year ago.
These are ripping posters down. These are innocent civilians in Israel.
Fuck you, Israel, bitch.
What?
Fuck you,
These are
Israel,
our family
bitch.
members. We have family there.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you too, bitch. Fuck you. And Israel.
Don't rip down these posters.
Fuck you in that propaganda.
These are ripping.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Fuck Israel and fuck you, bitch. W for them ladies. We saw President Maduro deliver a speech for Palestine, which was great.
Cada vez que cae un mes.
Let me just read it out. He said, every time a high precision missile falls on an apartment building in Gaza and kills men, women and children, every time a missile falls on Beirut on the south of Lebanon. Those missiles set fire and destruction to the United Nations systems. Where is the International Court of Justice? Or was it created only to persecute the countries of the south? Where is the system of justice in the United Nations? Only to pull out documents and statements. Are the lives of the children of Palestine not worth anything? Heartbreaking. Oh, we have a good noise. What's that? Another follower. Thank you, brother, for following me on Twitch. Shout out to you, Shots1986. Yeah, they already have. They have already fallen. Yeah, I agree. They already are on their way out. Everyone can see it. Israel, you know, all of this, everything that Israel thinks that they've built up this whole time. You know, they've stolen all of this land in the West Bank. They've stolen all this land across the whole of Palestine, actually, over 80 plus years. And they was actually at a point where you know, they could kind of do what they want. You know, before October 7th, they was abusing the Palestinians, treating them like nothing, taking everything from them. And at that point, they felt like they was untouchable, like no one could do anything to them. But after October 7th, they soon found out that they're not untouchable. They haven't got a high security system, and you know, everyone just broke through their security like it was nothing. They've realised that they're not actually as indestructible as they think they are, and we are witnessing Israel crumble in real time. All of the nations that were actually allies with Israel at the beginning, maybe before October 7th, definitely have got different views on them now. I mean, the only countries really that are actually standing with Israel are countries like the UK and America, but all of the people of the UK and America don't stand with Israel. It's only the corrupt politicians at the top that do. And as for other countries, I mean, we've seen loads of other countries switch up on Israel. So yeah, they are crumbling, unfortunately for you. But yeah, that was a funny video. Anyway, what else? The propaganda video I'm talking about. Oh yeah, another base video we saw. This lady, I think she's from Portugal. I'm not sure 100%. I think it was Portugal. A Zionist basically attempted to get a customer kicked out of a shop for saying Free Palestine, but obviously when he'd gone and reported her to the lady didn't realise, you know, what had been said. She just was going to kick him out because she thought he was being rude or something. And when she found out the reason, just look at her reaction.
Why?
Because you are mistreating the customers?
Yes.
Oh, then.
See? Said free last time.
Based.
Why?
Because you are mistreating the customers?
Yes.
Oh, then.
Oh, don't worry.
See?
He's pissed. Look at his face. He's like, oh, damn it. The sympathy card didn't work. The Zionist card didn't work. Let's see what's going on in the chat. So, yeah, Israel's done it all themselves. Palestine's definitely not regretting October 7th in my eyes. They, like I just said, I just explained, they've proven that Israel's weakened. The whole world can see them now for their genocidal self. I mean, a lot of people still didn't realise how bad Israel actually was, you know. They thought people like Russia was bad, you know. They thought Russia was committing a genocide, and they soon found out what an actual genocide is, you know. Yeah, you're just talking a load of nonsense in there anyway. But, what else? So yeah, we saw Zionists terrorising a Palestinian home whilst children in the background were crying in fear. It's only the second time I actually watched the video I actually realised, damn it, you can actually hear these children, these poor little children screaming and crying. Like, listen, pay close attention to the first few seconds of this video and you'll hear them. Hear it? You can hear all the screaming in the background, and then here are these fucking idiots acting like a bunch of clowns, you know? Just a bunch of fucking idiots, honestly. They're disgusting. Disgusting. Imagine the outrage if Russian soldiers were taking tic-tacs like this and posting them in Ukrainian homes. Imagine the outrage. There's some people are talking nonsense in here. Yeah. We saw some base Turkish protesters. It was a couple of days ago now. They stormed towards the Istanbul's Ambali port after reports that the port received containers for the Israeli company Zim. So this is exactly what I was saying about the US and the UK, you know, just because, well, some people say, you know, Erdogan's not really pro-Israel, let's be honest. He might not be doing too much, but he is clearly against it, you know. He's got some sort of morals there. He knows what's going on is wrong. He might not be doing too much about it, but anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that even if the government isn't great, the people are completely different to the government, because here's the people of Turkey storming the... You see they got the Palestine flags there. W for the Turkish people there. Don't let these Zionists think that they can keep running their businesses, you know? Let them all go bankrupt. Yeah, Zionists, they are. Bunny bot. I'm convinced that you're not actually a Zionist, you know, because you always act like you're not, but you got the Zion name, in, so I think maybe you're undercover or something. I'm not sure, but yeah, Zionists are always, they always fucking, what's it called? They're trying to occupy everything all the time. That woman, it's funny you should mention that hijab video, because that's already been debunked. It's funny that everyone comes here with propaganda and all this. You know, this has been debunked. I think we was actually going to talk about that, but we was going to leave it, but because you brought it up now, we'll bring it up now. So just to clarify, your propaganda that you're posting in this group chat right now, Suppress News, who was actually in the chat a minute ago, actually already, you know, exposed this. So this video that was circulating of the woman in Iran in a university who was apparently asked to wear a hijab by minority police, blah blah blah, you know, the nonsense. According to the Azad University report, this student's actually under severe stress and mental disorders and has been transferred to the centre because she's mentally ill. But however, the propagandists are going to twist it and attack Iran and claim she's opposing the regime, which is how we get people in the comments like whatever this is, this account, yeah, this shuts guy or whatever. You got people like that promoting the bullshit in the, you know, in the chat. So yeah, don't listen to that. Shout out Beth, thank you for joining us, Beth. I don't know what you're talking about, changing the what channel. I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, just cleared up that nonsense quickly. So where was we? So yeah, also we saw several large Zionist pro-Zionist Telegram channels get taken over by pro-Iran hackers, which is funny. They posted things like Israel will die, we are coming for you, and so on. And they also posted pictures of the martyr General Soleimani. So you can see they conquered one of the Telegram groups. They was posting pictures. Zionists are having a meltdown, crying. I don't know what that says. I'm sure the Zionists in the chat can read it though. They're in us today. And we saw more Zionist terrorists acting like Zionist terrorists. Let me just get translate. Yeah, Tamar said, "It doesn't matter where the bullets go or who they kill. The most important thing is to have fun and make this video. This is the mentality of the Israeli terrorists in the Gaza Strip." So these people are claiming that, you know, self-defense and all this shit, but then they're posting videos like this. So yeah, definitely not self-defense, as we all know. I don't know what you're talking about, hackers. No one said hackers. 109 and counting. Free Palestine. Always free Palestine. So yeah, for all of the Zionists that are going to try and pretend that this all started on October 7th, we've got a couple of videos to play from before October 7th, clearly. So Israeli officers are detaining a 3-year-old Palestinian boy after today. Look how they treated him. The child was detained for a few minutes, but look how they treated him. In Hebron, this was obviously a while back, before October 7th, and he was... wait, what did it say? After asking for his son back, the boy's father reportedly did not receive a response from the police for at least 30 minutes. Poor little kid. Border police said that the boy was sent to throw stones. Ran off officers with a screwdriver and a peeler in his hands. The police have said it was a planned provocation. A witness said the incident was triggered after an officer called the boy over to curse him in his mouth. Upset by the event, the boy is said to have returned with a vessel. He's a little kid, for fuck's sake. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if your little brother, if you got a little 3-year-old brother or a little nephew, you know, like this kid's literally 3 years old. I was just double checking. If you got a little 3-year-old brother and a nephew and he comes running at you with a stone and throws it, like, do you know what I mean? Like a kid does, like a normal kid does. Does that mean you're gonna kidnap him and try and arrest him? Like, come on, like, kid's 3 years old. Like, he can probably barely put a sentence together. But yeah. Wait, well, there's been a lot. So yeah, Israel won't fight a real army. Unfortunately, they just run away from a real army. Props to the Zionists in the chat. I know, these Zionists at Brentwood, I don't know what it is, they always come to my chat. It's because they know that I don't know how to kick them out. So we have them here every night, unfortunately. You know, they sit here with us. They try and justify everything. They basically help us, though, in a way, because they just continue to prove how genocidal and how, you know, demonic this Israel state is, you know. They defend it, saying that they could easily not kill children, but it costs too much money, so they don't. You know, they say dumb things like that in the chat. You know, so it's good to just get a reminder that these people actually have the same mindset as how we see them. You know, because I tag Israel. What do you mean I tag Israel? You people just come, you know, crawling in like crying, trying to argue with people. Like, I don't know. Do you get paid to do this or something? You must do. Mossad or someone's paying you people to come to this chat every day and argue with people or something, because I don't know how you spend your whole every night. I do a stream here. Yeah, they are paid by Hasbara, exactly. Oh, Zio Bunnybot, you know, she's taking. I'm guessing that you're a girl because Zio Bunnybot just sounds like a girl's name, you know, Bunny. But yeah, apparently these are your people. You know, whatever. Keep sending your Zionist friends. It's fine. You know, what happened to the hostages? Are you guys not meant to be saving hostages? Are the hostages in Lebanon? I don't know, I'm a bit confused lately because I keep seeing Israel attack all these different countries and I kind of forgot about the hostages, to be fair. I thought that was the reason you guys was bombing Gaza. They sit here, yeah, they're exactly, they're helping us out, Brentwood, you know, they're helping us out. So yeah. But anyway, I've got another old video for them. So this is another video. Is this self-defense too? Let's let the Zionists in the chat answer this one. Let's just play some videos for the Zionists in the chat and maybe let them answer some questions, you know? What about this video?
There are regular confrontations between Israeli forces and Palestinians who are resentful at the never-ending occupation of their land. Increasing numbers of children are taking up the fight, and a stone is classed as a weapon by Israeli forces. The courts are also increasing prison sentences that now can range from 2 to 5 years for throwing stones in incidents that can endanger life. According to Palestinian NGOs, around 350 Palestinian children are said to be in Israeli jails, more than at any time in the last 7 years. Recently, Israel toughened the law against children following the case of 14-year-old Ahmed Manazra, who was sentenced to 12 years in prison for attempted murder. He had a knife when his cousin stabbed 2 Israelis. It is now possible to send...
Yeah. No self-defense there. Firing rockets, bro. You just heard the man himself. He said that they was throwing stones. I don't know if a rocket to you is a stone that you find, you know, a pebble on the floor. Is that classed as a rocket nowadays in Israel? I know that you guys made it illegal for Palestinians to collect rainwater throughout the West Bank and shit like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if a stone's now a rocket. To be fair, in your eyes. Yeah, whoa, what the hell? Where are all these Zionists coming from? From Twitch, you know? There's never usually Zionists, like, the whole chat is just Twitch Zionists, like, this is crazy. Usually on X and shit, you know? Not on Twitch. That's it. So, yeah. Where's all the X chat at? If you're from X, give me a shout in the comments. But yeah, we got... Yeah, I think, Brentwood, you're the only guy on Twitch that's not Zionist right now, unfortunately. But yeah, shout out to you from Lebanon. We saw... So an Israeli war criminal has been spotted having a vacation in the UAE. The Israeli soldier called Guy Jacobson is from the Armoured Brigade in the Israeli Army. He took part in the destruction of Gaza, dropping tons of shells on its residents. Just a few hours ago, he took a photo in front of the Burj Khalifa in the UAE during a leisure trip to unwind a bit after killing Gaza's residents. So, you know, he went to commit genocide. He's been there for over a year now, killing children and all of this, and it's getting a bit much for him. So he needs to go have a break and go bake off at the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. So this is him there today. This is earlier today. He's at the Burj Khalifa. Hopefully someone there, you know, slaps this guy's like, man, someone needs to do something to him. But yeah, here he is, posting pictures with like shells and bombs and shit involved in the Gaza genocide. There he is, driving about, celebrating, and then yeah, now here he is in the UAE. It's crazy how they just completely, you know, like these people dox themselves, like they take part in genocide, take pictures on Instagram and then like travel the world. I mean, crazy shit, really. I suppose they've realised a lot of people are cowards. But yeah, Sneeko called out Kai Cenat for being too much of a coward and being too scared to speak up for Palestine. So this is like an occurring thing that we see with a lot of these popular streamers and things like that. That's why I will shout out Sneeko, especially because he's one of the only people, you know, that doesn't care about losing his contract and things like that to speak up for the people of Palestine and Lebanon, etc. But people like Kais and that, you know, these guys never mention it. Shout out to iShowSpeed as well. That guy always talks about Palestine. But yeah.
Let me see what Kai said. I was having sex with somebody else. Would you take me back? Yes. 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 Who are you, nigga? Sneeko?
Yo, Kai, don't you pay $5,000 to fuck women because you can't get girls? What are you talking about? We saw you spend you doing 5K Zelle transactions to get box, and you're gonna talk about me? Let's not talk about. Oh, well, we can keep going if you want to keep going about this. I don't want to hear anything about sex coming from the multi-millionaire who's paying 5K to strippers to washed up OnlyFans girls. Keep that on that side, Kai Cenat. Your fucking McDonald's Zionist sponsorships because you can't say free Palestine. Shut the fuck up, Kai Cenat. Bro, you are bought and sold. Like, you can't speak about anything at all. That's why you get all the sponsorships you get. Because they know you're a good puppet clown who's going to bark and scream all day long. And you're going to be good for brands. Because if you speak about anything real, it's gone. That's why you get McDonald's. That's why you get the Zio corporations. And that's why you pay $5,000 for pussy. Ugh. I'm going to tweet out the stream.
So yeah, Kai Cenat, I mean, I don't really watch any of his streams or anything like that, but you know, Sneeko is speaking facts there. A lot of these streamers, especially Kai Cenat actually, that guy's the one who just brought out that McDonald's partnership when he's promoting his own meal and shit like that. So yeah, he's a Zionist. Shuts, honestly, bro, you're doing my head in. You'll never leave this land. I wish you'd leave this chat, to be fair, because you're very annoying. But I suppose you won't because you guys just love occupying anything. But I mean, you got anything better to do? Like honestly, like we're not even got a big stream. You know, we're not huge streamers. We've got like 15 followers on Twitch or some shit. Have you not got like a bigger stream to piss off? Like honestly. What was I gonna do? Iran's supposed to strike back this weekend. Iran hasn't officially said any date or time that they're gonna strike back, and I don't think they will. You know, like I don't think they're gonna say, "Hey guys, we're gonna strike you now, so you guys can get ready." You know, it's the same as Israel wouldn't. So yeah, I'm anything that you see like, "Oh, Iran's gonna strike tonight," it's all just like opinions, and you know, it'll be places like Axios, like we saw Axios saying it, and like you know New York Post or whoever. They might say, "Oh, we think Iran's gonna do this," but they can't actually. They can't. Like you know, they don't know. Obviously, Iran. They don't know. Only Iran knows. Only Iran knows. You're still crying in the chat, Shuts. You love crying in the chat. So yeah, on to the US elections though. So the US Treasury building has been covered with additional fencing in anticipation of mass unrest after the presidential elections. And also we saw something interesting. We saw the Kentucky voting machines, apparently they was refusing to let voters select Trump. Instead they automatically select Kamala, sorry. To be fair, I think they did rig the elections against Trump in 2020, but he is still a Zionist, so I'm not sure if they're just more scared because Trump, like, it's like everything is set from Israel, he thinks for himself, you know. He probably thinks for himself on every other situation, but when it comes to Israel, he has to think how they think. But that's what I think what they're scared of, because, you know, people like Kamala and that, they'll think about everything. But this is apparently the voting machines the other day in Kentucky. So yeah, I suppose that's why I use the paper votes, you know? You don't get scammed. Yeah, I know they're tapped. Honestly, Brentwood, they're tapped. Are you from Brentwood? You know, in Essex, there's a place called Brentwood in Essex. You know, so that's in the UK though. I know you said you're from Lebanon, but where did you get the name Brentwood? That's interesting. But I mean, Trump and Kamala, like they're the same. The two sides of the same coin, really. I mean, let's try and find some stuff about. I mean, what are both their thoughts on Israel? I'm pretty sure they're both the same. Let's just try and figure it out. Trump, Kamala, Israel. So yeah, where Kamala Harris and Donald Trump both stand on.
Join us at the next DMU Open.
Israel, you know, Hamas war. Like, do you know what I mean, the way that they word it is Israel's genocide on the Palestinians, where they both stand. Let's just say that's the title. Oh, no way, you saw it after the movie, yeah. It's strange because there's a place, you know, in Essex called Brentwood. But yeah, let's watch this video quickly.
If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
Vice President Kamala Harris there is responding to pro-Palestine protesters after they started heckling her during a rally in Detroit last night. Her response drew loud cheers from supporters in the crowd. The exchange was a reminder of the division among Democrats over the war in Gaza. With the presidential election fewer than 100 days away, we want to explore some of the issues on voters' minds. We're going to start with where each candidate stands on the Israel-Hamas war. So during Donald Trump's presidency, the U.S. ended opposition to Israeli settlements in occupied territories and formally recognized Israel's 1981 annexation of the Golan Heights. He also ordered the U.S. Embassy's move from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, which broke decades of American foreign policy and precedent, and Palestinians fiercely opposed. Where does he stand on the current conflict? Well, Trump has condemned Hamas and supported Israel's right to defend itself, but he has also had some criticism. In April, in an interview with radio host Hugh Hewitt, he said, quote, Israel is absolutely losing the PR war because of images of destruction in Gaza. He added that Israel needed to, quote, get it over with and let's get back to peace and to stop killing people. But he's been less direct in acknowledging the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, and at a rally, he told supporters he would ban Gazan refugees from entering into the United States. Vice President Kamala Harris has mainly stayed with the Biden administration's position on the Israel-Hamas war, supportive of Israel's right to defend itself and lobbying for a peaceful end to the war. But she's been more direct in her criticisms of how Israel's actions have impacted Palestinian civilians. She called the humanitarian situation in Gaza a, quote, catastrophe, and expressed concerns about the number of civilians dying there to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in a July meeting. She was the first administration official to call for a temporary ceasefire back in March. Last December, Harris described the early stages of what the Biden administration and its peace partners in the Middle East would hope for in a plan for post-war Gaza. It would be structured around 5 principles, including no reduction in Palestinian territory or reoccupation of...
So yeah, basically they're both Zionists is the point I'm trying to make. You know, you can see that they both got their own little tallies of things that they've done for Israel, and you know, oh, this is why I'm better for Israel. But it's funny how it's meant to be the US elections, you know, and they're having a competition of who can, you know, suck Israel off the hardest. Yeah, exactly. I'm speaking. You know, you've got Kamala saying I'm speaking. You've got Trump saying, oh, we're going to do this and that to Iran. Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly, like, shuts. No one said you can't speak. We're sitting here. We don't care about you being in the chat, you know. Honestly, we don't. You're just talking nonsense, but you can just get corrected in real time by people here. Yeah, you say, and it's funny, you know, people like you, Shuts, you sit there saying we should take North Gaza. You're happy to say that, sitting behind wherever you are, probably in some occupied territory, or you're probably in, like, you know, the US or somewhere like that, you know, waving your Israel flag, sitting behind, you know, your phone in your mother's basement or whoever's basement, sitting behind the PC or something, and you're sitting there saying, yeah, we should take Palestine. Why don't you go and join the IDF and, you know, go fight Hamas yourself, you know, instead of saying you're going to do this and that. I should get a 2-monitor setup. Yeah, I know. What's the benefits of having a 2-monitor setup? Because honestly, this is like my 6th stream or 7th stream, and they've only ever been like an hour each, so I haven't really got too much experience of all of this. But was the stream, is the 2 monitors so I can have one, you know, I don't know, what's it for? You can have chat on one and news on one. Yeah, I think I will do it. I'm going away on a trip on Thursday, so I won't be doing any streams for a couple of weeks after. Well, I think I might do one stream tomorrow, but after that I won't be doing any for a couple of weeks. But once I get back, I'll probably get another monitor around that time. I do agree it would be a good idea. But yeah, Shuts, you're ex-military apparently, so you know, how many children did you kill? Probably hundreds. So yeah. And why are you ex-military? You know, go back then and take North Gaza if you're such a, you know, crazy guy or whatever. What else? Yeah, there's this classic, remember?
President Trump, how would you negotiate with Netanyahu and also Hamas in order...
Wait, did I, Oh, yeah, cool.
...to get the hostages out and prevent the killing of more innocent civilians in Gaza?
If I were president, it would have never started. If I were president, Russia would have never, ever, I know Putin very well, he would have never, and there was no threat of it either, by the way, for 4 years, have gone into Ukraine and killed millions of people when you add it up, far worse than people understand what's going on over there. But when she mentions about Israel, all of a sudden, she hates Israel. She wouldn't even meet with Netanyahu when he went to Congress to make a very important speech. She refused to be there because she was at a sorority party of hers.
And if it was actually true, if Kamala actually hated Israel, then I'd definitely say to everyone to vote for Kamala, but we know that's not the case.
She wanted to go to the sorority party. She hates Israel. If she's president, I believe that Israel will not exist within 2 years from now. And I've been pretty...
Please make her president if that's the case.
Good at predictions, and I hope I'm wrong about that one. She hates Israel. At the same time, in her own way, she hates the Arab population because the whole place is going to get blown up. Arabs, Jewish people, Israel will be gone. It would have never happened. Iran was broke under Donald Trump. Now Iran has $300 billion because they took off all the sanctions that I had. Iran had no money for Hamas or Hezbollah or any of the 28 different spheres of terror. And they are spheres of terror, horrible terror. They had no money. It was a big story, and you know it. You covered it very well, actually. They had no money for terror. They were broke. Now they're a rich nation, and now what they're doing is they're spreading that money around. Look at what's happening with the Houthis and Yemen. Look at what's going on in the Middle East. This would have never happened. I will get that settled and fast, and I'll get the war with Ukraine and Russia ended. If I'm president-elect, I'll get it done before even becoming president.
And you know it's funny, yeah, that all of these Zionists in the chat, all of these Zionists in the chat are like, you know, saying that Israel aren't failing, and they're all supporting Trump as well. But then you've got Donald Trump literally here, you know, basically saying that Israel is failing. Like, you can see that Israel is failing. That's why he's saying this would have never happened. Yemen wouldn't have been doing this and that, because he knows right now that the pressure's on Israel. They're getting absolutely destroyed. But yeah, he's talking a load of nonsense. Obviously, he wouldn't be able to do shit. He's not going to stop him. And what is this? Oh, Iran's apparently just spreading terror around the world. Like, you know, Khamenei's just sitting there thinking, you know what, let's just put loads of money to cause terror around the world. Because that's, like, come on, bro. Like, it's just honestly bullshit propaganda. Bullshit propaganda. Yeah, bro, he's saying he's ex-military. He's probably just one of the TikTokers, you know, one of the guys we see dancing in the TikTok videos. That's what he means by ex-military. He definitely didn't fight any Hamas, we know that for sure. You're saying Trump 2024 shots, yeah, but Trump's here literally saying Israel's failing, and you're saying Israel's not failing, so, you know, what's going on there? Yeah. What else? So yeah, what's going on anyway on X? Anything new? Yeah, we've got Trump here. Oh, sorry, I didn't even put it on the thing. Yeah. So yeah. What's this fucking clown saying? JD Vance.
Tim Walz has to go out there and try to persuade the people of Pennsylvania that Kamala Harris is going to fix the affordability crisis that her policies created. He's got to go out there and convince the people that Kamala Harris has all of a sudden got religion on border security, despite the fact that she for 4 years bragged about opening the southern border. He's got to go persuade people that Kamala Harris has the competence to steer the world through these troubled times. And, you know, it's kind of interesting. If he's got the toughest job in American politics, I think I've got the easiest job in American politics, because you know what I get to talk about? I get to talk about the fact that when Donald J. Trump was president, inflation was at 1.5%. Americans were making good money. When Donald Trump was president, we had the fastest rising take-home pay in 40 years in the United States of America. When Donald Trump was president, the world was more peaceful and our allies were much more secure, and so were we.
Fuck off, mate.
News recap.
What's your guys' thoughts on the American elections? Do you think that the American elections mean anything? Do you think it's just, because I just think it's like a puppet show, honestly. Like, I don't like this American election shit. Like, it's all just nonsense to me. I haven't really been following it. Like, you know, I just think they're all Zionists, and like, that's what I just, especially where I'm not even from America, you know, like. But do you guys follow it? What do you think about it? Do you think Trump or Kamala is going to be better? Who's better? Do you think there's a difference? Yeah, Scott Ritter says Israel's over because Israel is over, you know? Yeah, that's exactly the same as you, Brentwood. Like, I think it's the same either way, you know. Trump wins, Gaza continues to get bombed, Lebanon continues to get bombed, and potentially Iran might get bombed. Kamala wins, Gaza continues to get bombed, Lebanon continues to get bombed, Iran potentially gets bombed, you know. Same thing. Yemen, all of these countries. Trump's finishing what JFK started. I mean, what do you mean by that? You think that Trump will help? You say that Trump wants peace. Like, the only thing I will say is the only good thing about Trump is that what he says, the ties with China and Russia, that is true. You know, he's got better ties with Russia and China than, you know, for example, Joe Biden's been doing. He's been pushing for war. I do think that Trump will cause peace in that aspect, which is always good to have one less war, you know, one less country, people dying, but he could start another war, you know. He could start one with Iran. I don't know who you're trying to tag. I don't know, what is that, on X or something? I'm not sure. I don't know what these names are you're tagging in there, but look, large billboards on the streets of Tel Aviv read Israel voted for Trump. Trump makes Israel great again. The flooding in Spain. Probably he did say that. I'm not sure if he did say that, Brentwood, but he probably did. I will check out these guys on X. I'll do it after the stream. Who are they? Are they like, what do they do? I think you mean thanks to Hamas it won't expand. Yeah, you're saying Jill Stein. See, Jill Stein is the only candidate that out of them 3 candidates that you named that I've actually heard of, and I've seen some good things about Jill Stein, but I don't really know too much about her because I've seen some other stuff. But I think probably compared to Trump and Kamala, yeah, 100% she's probably better. But the chances of her winning, like, are very low, very low. You never see her on mainstream media or anything, you know. So, and for the other 2 people, Chase Oliver and Cornel West, like, I don't even know who them people are, which shows, you know, like, how many other people don't know who they are. Because Trump and Kamala are the only people that get the publicity and the promotion and the advertisement from mainstream media, you know. Yeah, you can DM me, Beth. You can DM me on X and I'll look after. Yeah, Brentwood, what video have you sent me? What did you send me, bro? Okay, so this Chase guy, he's against the genocide in Gaza. Yeah, which is good, obviously. Of course we want candidates like that, you know, but the chances of them actually winning is very low. Okay, so you said you sent me a video. Cool. Wait, let me put on the face camera. I'll try and load it up. I've got loads of message requests and loads of, so after. Oh yeah, I think I found you. You just sent me a video, right? Okay. So yeah, I think I got your video. What is this video?
Israel is a tiny little spot compared to these giant land masses. It's really a tiny spot. I actually said, is there any way of getting more? It's so tiny.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen this video, but yeah. Not surprising, you know. Not surprising. Trump wants to expand Israel. Why doesn't he bring them over to the US? I'm sure you guys in the US would love to have Israel over there, wouldn't you? You know, why don't you get a two-state solution over there? Like, you might be right, Beth, that Trump maybe you are right, you know, maybe Trump didn't want war before, when he was president. Maybe, like, you know, we can all say, oh, it could have happened, it might not have happened, like, it might have been true that Trump might have had, you know, he might have been able to sort things out, or whatever, or at least make, you know, things run a little bit better, but we can't, you know, we're looking at what he's going to do right now, and what he's saying he's going to do is that he's going to hit Hamas hard and all this stuff, and he's going to do this and that. Like, how about just call for a ceasefire, you know? How about bringing both sides to the negotiating table and call for peace? You know, Hamas have said multiple times they're up for doing exchange deals and everything, but Israel always rejects it every time. They want to do Rafah operations, they want to do ground invasions in wherever, and, you know, like, every time they've got some excuse that they can't accept. So how about yeah, so I'm getting a bit tired, guys, so I'll probably stay down for a little bit longer. We've got this guy, the Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez called out NATO for double standards. If we're defending international law in Ukraine, then we must defend international law in Gaza. Let's watch this.
We need also to understand that UN resolutions from the Security Council are binding, and that last UN resolution led by the US administration stated crystal clear that we need a permanent ceasefire in order to stop this terrible war and focus on the humanitarian catastrophe that we're witnessing. It is indeed very important for our citizens to understand that what we are defending in Gaza and in Ukraine are not only the international law, but we have a consistent position, a consistent political positions, that we don't have double standards. So if we are telling our people that we are supporting Ukraine because we are defending the international law, this is the same to what we have to do towards Gaza.
So yeah, that's kind of based. I mean, I think Spain have been quite based, you know, since the genocide started. They've been very pro-Palestine, I'd say, yeah. But you think that Trump's just lying this whole time to infiltrate? I honestly don't. I used to think the same way, you know, that maybe he's just playing it smart. But it's been going on for far too long, you know. I think the things that he's saying, they're not lies, you know. You can tell what's a lie. But no, I'm not Middle Eastern as well. I'm from the UK. What was I going to say? But yeah, it's just annoying that these people, like, a lot of people... Oh, sorry. Yeah, I am the admin of the Saviour page. Yeah, nice to meet you too, Sean. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, the thing with Ukraine, I think a lot of people, they just seem to think that where Russia's the big country and Ukraine's the small country, that, you know, Russia's the aggressor, and they just... But the truth is that they didn't just wake up one day and decide, yeah, we're gonna invade Ukraine for no absolute reason. The same way that Hamas didn't wake up one day and say, we're gonna try and take hostages from Israel for no apparent reason. You know, there's always what happened before that, and it's a big, you know, story to get into. The same as explaining the Palestine-Israel history would be very hard to get into. But yeah, it would be nice if more people woke up to what's actually going on. There's actually a really good documentary that I'd recommend for you people to watch if you don't really know too much about what's going on in Russia and Ukraine. It's on YouTube. It's called Ukraine on Fire. It's by Oliver Stone, I think, and it's a really good documentary. It came out a few years before the SMO, the Special Military Operation in Ukraine, began. It was released about 4 or 5 years before, so you can see that this has been going on for a long time, and you know, you can see interviews with Putin in there and other Russian officials. You can see the build-up of what was happening in Kiev beforehand. So maybe tomorrow, if we do a stream, we might watch it on stream. Actually, that would be good. Maybe we'll watch it tomorrow. That's a good shout, actually. Yeah, we do need someone that loves his people. Yeah, this is the documentary. I'll show you. So yeah, you guys should go watch this documentary. So I think Ukraine had their own one 9 years ago on Netflix, of course. I think it's on YouTube. Maybe it's been deleted actually. It wouldn't surprise me if it has. So yeah, we've got Greek subtitle one. Okay, so I think this is the one. So yeah, this is a documentary. It's on YouTube. You can find it here. I'm gonna like it, so then tomorrow we can watch that. Maybe if we've got time. If there's not much going on tomorrow, we'll watch it. Yeah. I think we haven't really got much else to talk about. It's getting late. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna keep doing that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thank you all for joining tonight. We'll be back tomorrow around the same sort of time, about 10 PM UK time. I'm not sure what time it is, so whatever time it is where you guys are an hour ago, probably that time tomorrow. But yeah, see you guys all tomorrow at 10 PM UK. Thank you, Brentwood, great stream. Thank you, brother, for joining. Great to see you. Hopefully you come back tomorrow. But other than that, guys, I appreciate you all for joining, and yeah, peace. Speak to you guys tomorrow.